think we're going to be live.
Hello there, everybody. Welcome to another great edition of the WSE Lounge. Today, I am honored to welcome the youngest credited wrestling journalist in the world. He is the host of the AJ Awesome Show with 2.8 thousand subscribers on YouTube. Be sure and subscribe to his YouTube channel, the AJ Awesome Show. At this time, without any further ado, please welcome my guest, AJ Awesome.
Hello.
Hey, AJ, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be on the show today.
No problem.
And
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome. And I actually have right here, everybody, you can see on the poster, AJ Awesome is in the background. Right there. His picture is with all the other guests that have been on the show. And thank you so much, Mr. Olympia Jerry Stubbs, for watching. And my first question for you, AJ, is how did you get into wrestling?
Well, my first show was at Harley Race's first show in Troy. He made his own company.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad took me there. And I was really scared of the ring and all the noises. But then after a couple of shows, I got used to it and started liking it.
Oh, really, really, really cool. And you know that's really neat how you got used to it, and after a few shows you wasn't scared anymore, and you're ready to go out there and be a wrestling fan and enjoy the entertainment. What made you decide to be a wrestling journalist?
Well, as you knew, I really like wrestling, and every once in a while I go and look at other wrestling interviewers or music interviewers and all that stuff, and then I thought, maybe if I can mix these two together, wrestling interviewer. And then that's how I came up with the idea.
That is really, really interesting. When I started being an interviewer, I've been doing this now for about 5 years, and when I first started, I would call into different shows that had like Wrestler Zone, and they would have like a celebrity guest, and when I called in, I would talk to the wrestlers or celebrity guests, and then after that, I got to thinking, well, if they can do this, maybe I can do this. And I got to admit now, at first, I was scared, but, once I started doing it, I was like, man, this is pretty neat. I can do this. So, it's like you got to follow your dreams, whatever, you feel like you can accomplish, don't give up on that and follow your dreams.
That is very true.
I saw on Twitter the other day a picture you posted and said no dad. And I was just wondering, is your dad a wrestling referee?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That is very cool. I actually know I know a few referees you may have met them before. I'm not sure. Will Gibson, he's a referee. He worked for Global Force Wrestling one time, and there's another referee named Radar Martin and Nathaniel Spivey, and there's a bunch of other ones that I know, but I'm not sure if you know them or not. They work on the independent scene, but that's really, really cool. Now, I got to ask you, you said your dad was a referee. Have you ever had the honor of meeting Scrappy McGowan, the referees?
No.
Okay. Yeah, Scrappy, he was refereeing when, he's been refereeing as long as Earl Hebner, that works for AEW. And I want to give a shout out to AEW. I got my from undesirable to irreplaceable Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks shirt on right now, representing that. And did you have to practice before your dance off with Marco Stunt?
No.
Oh, okay, so you're just kind of you're already ready. I mean, you knew exactly what to do and stuff on the dance off.
Yeah, I pretty much made and chose the dances.
Uh-huh. Cool. And who are your top 3 favorite wrestlers in the world, AJ?
Cody is one, Kenny is one, and my last one is either John Cena or Mick Foley.
Okay. Well, those are all very, very good choices. And speaking of Mick Foley, and this is a cheap plug, I did want to let everybody know, go to the AJ Awesome Show YouTube channel and check out his latest video, as he did a video over StarCast weekend for AEW, and he got on stage with Mick Foley. I'm not going to give out any more details on that, but go check it out. You will love it. And
also, I interviewed Mick Foley at one part.
Oh, cool. I'll have to watch that one. I've seen the interview you did with Kenny Omega, Rio, and Michael. Yes, thank you. There you go. Thank you. You did better on pronouncing the last name than me. Thank you. And also, I seen your interview with Eric Bischoff, and I seen your interview with Sean Spears, and trying to think who else. I've seen so many of your interviews, I can't even remember, but I've watched. But I will have to check out the Mick Foley interview for sure. And speaking of Eric Bischoff, what are your thoughts on? I don't know if you heard earlier, but Eric Bischoff was let go from WWE as the brand operator for SmackDown and replaced by Bruce Pritchard. What are your thoughts on that?
I didn't know that happened, and I feel like that's awesome because maybe now he can work with AEW.
Yeah. That would be very interesting because back in the day, Eric Bischoff worked for WCW and he was the president of WCW, and I had the honor a couple years ago. I had Mr. Bischoff on this show, and I got to interview him, and he was telling me an interesting story. I don't know if you've ever heard this one, AJ, but he said that back when they had the NWO, that Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, when they had Hulk Hogan with them, that Sting was actually the original choice to be in the NWO if Hulk Hogan chose not to do it. So, that was an interesting story that he told us, and, I thought that was pretty neat.
I think that too, now that I heard it.
And do you see yourself ever participating in wrestling, such as being a commentator or announcer?
I've always wanted to be a wrestler.
And what kind of matches would you want to be in?
I take it back whenever I said hardcore matches in another interview. Because I just realized how dangerous that would be for my body. So I will do regular matches, tag team matches, and like once or twice a year hardcore matches.
Okay, well that sounds pretty good. My cousin, he's actually wrestling now. He wrestles on the indie scene in Colorado, and he goes by the name Vinny the Butcher. And he told me, he said I want to do death matches and hardcore matches and just explosive matches. And I'm like, are you crazy? But he said that's what he wanted to do. So I'm like, okay, but just be careful, don't get hurt.
I hope he doesn't get hurt.
Yeah, I hope not too. Now, have you ever met Bill Apter?
Yes.
And what did you think of Bill Apter, and what did Bill Apter think of you?
He thought that I was pretty cool, I think, and I thought that he was a legendary. I thought that he was a pretty good interviewer. He's a great wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was talking about someone else. And also, I didn't know if you saw my interview with Harley Race.
Harley, now I've seen it on your YouTube, but I haven't got a chance to watch it yet. But I will watch that. The reason I asked you about Bill Apter is because I got to tell you, AJ, I believe in my heart that one day you're going to be the next Bill Apter. I believe that. Bill Apter is one of the most, if not the most, recognizable wrestling journalist in the world. He's been doing this for decades, and you're only 9 years old, and you have accomplished so much. And I believe that you're going to be the next Bill Apter one day, in the wrestling world. I really believe that.
Thank you for thinking that about me.
Oh, you're very welcome. And what are your thoughts on AEW Dynamite?
It's awesome.
I could not agree more. I love the show. I love the atmosphere. I love the way the way they have the wrestling product, the storylines, the matches, and I just think they're doing a much better job than the WWE. Nothing against WWE, but I like the atmosphere of AEW more than I do that of WWE's product. And
I agree.
And also, I love the broadcast team of Jim Ross and Tony Schiavone and Excalibur. I think they're doing a phenomenal job.
I do not agree any more.
And
actually, I think that could be a lot. I said the wrong thing.
Oh. Well, what did you say now? I didn't quite hear you.
I feel like that they're doing a phenomenal job.
Yes, I do too, and I believe that they're going to keep succeeding. I think Tony Khan is doing a great job, and I know the other day he had a birthday, and that was great. They had a special AEW championship cake made for him. It looked like, and I thought that was pretty cool.
I didn't see that. I don't think.
Yeah, it's on their Instagram page, I believe. They got like a cake. I think it's on the AEW. It's on the All Elite Wrestling Instagram page and the AEW on TNT, and it may be on Tony Khan's page as well. But it's pretty cool. Do you think that Cody will beat Chris Jericho at Full Gear for the AEW World Title?
I think he could, but I don't think it's a guaranteed yes or a guaranteed no.
I have to agree with you on that because, you don't know what Chris Jericho and the Inner Circle, what they're going to be up to, what they're going to do. And Cody is about overcoming the odds just like his late dad, Dusty Rhodes, was. And so it'll be an interesting match, to say the least, on, wherever that decides to go, and, who wins. And one thing I want to tell you about Cody, I know you know Cody personally, but back in December of last year, I had to have 2 heart surgeries. I've had a total of 12 heart surgeries in my life, and my cousin had sent me a video, and my cousin Shane, he went to school with Cody Rhodes' brother-in-law, Kevin. And Cody had sent a video with Kevin to my cousin Shane, and he let me know that they were praying for me and, hoping I got well and everything. And it just really meant the world to me that Cody did that. And, Cody's a good guy. I've never met Cody personally, but I hope to meet him one day. And, that really meant the world to me that, he took time out to, do that. And what was your favorite movie, AJ?
My favorite movie?
Yes.
I don't really have a favorite movie. There are a lot of great movies that I've seen, and I don't think I have a favorite.
Okay, so so you don't have a favorite, so do you prefer like more of comedy, family, scary, adventurous?
I like adventures and a comedy.
Adventurous and comedy, okay. So, have you ever seen the movie Angels in the Outfield?
No.
You have, okay. Well, it's a really good movie. It's actually put out by Disney. It came out, I want to say in the early 90s it came out. It's got Christopher Lloyd in it, Tony Danza, Danny Glover, and it's about a baseball team who cannot win the pennant. And this little boy wishes for, the baseball team to win the pennant. And he looks at his dad and he asks his dad, he says, "Dad," he said, "when are you going to come home to stay?" He says, "Whenever the Angels win the pennant." And anyway, he makes a wish and stuff, and it's just a really, really good movie. You would probably like it. And speaking of movies now, have you got to see any of the new Disney remakes like of The Lion King or Aladdin? Have you got to see any of them?
No.
Okay. Now, I did see the remake of Aladdin, and I thought it was really good. And who is your favorite interview you have done so far?
I don't really have a favorite. All of them
Okay.
My three that are the favorite, like, comedy-wise and how much I laughed and stuff were FTU, Cody, Wolf, and Kenny and the Bucks are a tie.
Okay. Well, I have to say that that's that's a good answer. Who is your dream match that you would want to see in AEW? Who's your dream match?
I would say Cody, Heyman, Kenny, and the Bucks versus the Inner Circle.
Oh, now that would be good. So, would you want to see it in like a traditional 8-man tag elimination match, or would you want to see it in like a War Games type match?
A War Games type match.
I agree. That would be awesome. AEW booked that. That would be great. Be great. I agree with AJ on that. That would be a great match. Money maker for sure. How long have you been interviewing wrestlers, AJ? How long have you been doing this?
I have been interviewing wrestlers for about 6 years now. Oh, I mean 3.
3. Wow. So.
I meant 6 by how many years I've been watching wrestling. I got a bit confused.
Wow. That is amazing. That is amazing. And my last question for you, AJ, because I know you do have to go to bed early, and I don't want to keep you up because I know it's 6 something where you're at and it's 7:20 here. My last question for you: do you have anything you would like to promote?
You can go check out my YouTube at the AJ Awesome Show, my Facebook, which is the AJ Awesome Show, my Instagram, which you can find probably just by searching up the AJ Awesome Show, and the exact same thing for Twitter.
Okay, well, thank you.
I have a new series called The Awesome Report, and I've only done one episode on it, and I'm going to be reviewing AEW Dynamite.
Oh, yeah. Before I let you go, I wanted to mention that real quick. I got a chance to see your review last week of the AEW Dynamite report, and I thought that was great. You went into such detail of every match, and you gave your reviews, and that is something I think you got to catch on to, and I think you're going to be doing good with that. And keep up the good work with the report each week on AEW Dynamite, on your reviews, and also your YouTube channel. And thank you so much, AJ, for taking time out to be on the WSE Lounge tonight.
A bigger thank you for having me on the show.
You're very welcome, and tell your mom thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Thank you.
Take care. You're welcome. You too. Bye-bye.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Good night. Bye-bye. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was AJ Awesome, the host of the AJ Awesome Show. And as he said, you can check him out on YouTube, the AJ Awesome Show. Be sure and subscribe. Be sure and like the YouTube channel. Be sure and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And also, you can follow him on Facebook, the AJ Awesome Show, and also Twitter, the AJ Awesome Show, and Instagram, the AJ Awesome Show. So be sure and follow him. Great kid, great interviewer. The next Bill After, in my opinion. Thanks so much for joining the WSE Lounge today. And as always, I'm going to let Hudson West close us out.